back to your Love It Here podcast.
We are your hosts, Kelly and Rudy.
And this is our special guest, our homeboy with the flyest outfit ever.
Literally. He's eating us alive right now, you guys.
We look like bums and he's over here dressing.
I can't.
I didn't know what the vibe was, but yeah, I'm Frank Concession. Everybody know me as FrankNitty. But yeah, I feel like this just, you know, this is how I start the day.
It's always the case. I feel like the guest is the superstar. So
exactly.
We try to be humble and let you shine.
We're letting you shine.
I gotta put that shit on one time for the one time.
We should start. I'm like, we probably will get more views if we actually look cute.
If we actually looked nice, we would probably get more views.
Maybe we should start getting if any makeup artists and hair artists want to come do our hair and makeup for free.
No, that would be great.
Because
sponsors, stop.
Or give me some curly hair extensions. What else can I use?
We'll shout you out on
lashes.
Please help us.
Stylists, anybody that wants to start their styling career.
Help us with our outfits. Brands, please help.
Talk that. We all need it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Ooh, I'm sweating. Okay, so we're going to start with a game. We were going to play Stare Shot, but we have a sober king right here. So we're going to start with Start, Cut, and Bench, basketball player edition.
We have one sober king, but two unsober queens. So we have to start this.
Oh, yeah.
Once again, no breakfast, straight to the Coronas.
Crazy.
Good morning.
It's not morning, though. It's 12:30.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess.
I haven't had one of these in a minute. I say that every time.
I try to save my Corona drinking
Not
just for
Sorry.
this. You good. Don't worry about it.
It smells a little funky.
Cheers. Oh, my God. How long has this been sitting in here?
Not cheers and me and my water is crazy.
I think that's
It's
bad luck.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
Oh, is it?
It is bad luck.
Who said that? Y'all believe in
Cheers,
bad luck?
Yeah, I definitely believe in it.
So you like believing in bad energy?
Not bad energy.
You don't believe in it.
I'm avoiding it at all costs.
But
You don't want to do anything to cause bad energy.
You're accepting the
I'm
thought.
I'm rejecting it.
It's not, because you're accepting the thought that you won't cheers my water.
We could cheers juice. We could
No,
cheers.
it's
Yeah.
okay. I'm just giving you shit. Go ahead.
Water.
Go
no.
ahead.
Okay, anyways, back to the game. We're playing Start, Cut, Bench. So we're going to show, you know what that is, right?
Start, cut, bench?
Yeah.
It's
We're
like
just going to show you 3 basketball players and you
Okay,
start,
yeah.
cut, or bench them.
It's like
I
fuck,
got
marry,
you.
kill, but with not that.
Okay.
With not that. Okay, the first one, so you guys, maybe it'll be on the screen, but
It
Start,
will be.
Cut, Bench, Ja Morant, Anthony Edwards, and Luka.
Oh, that's tough.
Clock's ticking.
I know, right? I'm gonna start Luka. I'm gonna bench John Morant. I'm gonna cut Anthony Edwards.
Yeah. Why?
I was about to say, can I add context?
Yeah, please do.
I feel like Luka is gonna do what it takes to win. He's proven that, and his efficiency rating is crazy. I feel like the same with John Morant. I feel like once they're not on their teams don't do as well. I feel like they've shown they can win and make it far in the playoffs. And we haven't seen that yet from Anthony Edwards. So it's not a knock to Anthony Edwards. It's just from what we've seen, I'm going to go with what we know.
Right.
But he's playing extremely well. Anthony Edwards is playing extremely well this year. So shout out to him. But I'm just going off of what I know and what I've seen over the past years.
Right. And if Luka gets hurt, Ja can come in.
100%.
Because he's on the bench.
100%.
Okay, next. We have Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and Giannis.
I'm going to start Giannis. I'm going to bench KD. I'm going to cut Brown. I'm going to go with Giannis because winning a championship where he won a championship at is hard. It's hard to do. I'm going to go with KD just because he's shown he can play with anybody in any system. And then, I'm only cutting Brown because, a lot of people say, and we see, given I'm a Laker fan, that it's hard to kind of play with him. But I think that's just, that Laker limelight, too.
You think it's hard to play with him?
That's what I was about to ask.
From what I see, yes.
Really? Why?
He's just ball dominant, I feel like. It's hard to play with people who are ball dominant. He's great at what he does. He gets everybody involved. That's not a knock either. But if you look at what's the shooting guard we have now? Gabe Vincent. He was hooping last year. I forgot who he played for last year.
Miami Heat.
Bingo. So if you go look at his stats from last year to now, it is astronomically different.
Yeah, but I feel like he also does make people better too, though.
He does.
Because he'll like he did the other night with Cam Reddish. He'll put people in positions like that. So then come playoff time, those people feel confident enough to take those type of shots.
I agree. The difference in that is those are the only shots you're getting.
Yeah.
So like if
Like
you go
spot up
watch
threes.
bingo.
Yeah.
If you go watch Gabe Vincent on the Miami Heat, he was coming down off the pick and roll,
Right.
getting better shot selection, getting better shots. But if you're just gonna stick him in a corner or on a wing to just shoot set shots, you're not really getting a rhythm for the shot that you want to shoot. You're only getting spoon fed the shots that somebody else think you're in the right position for.
Yeah.
So it makes your leash a little shorter. Mm-hmm. But again, that's just me thinking and talking. I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, I feel like maybe it's only hard to play with him if you're like not a spot up shooter. But spot up shooters might love playing with him. Like I feel like Austin Reeves thrives playing with him.
That's hard. KCP didn't do so well. They got him out of there.
True.
Danny Green.
Well, maybe they feel so like
See what I mean?
so scared or like
that's my point.
timid to like, oh, this is my only shot this game. I have to make this shit.
That's a part of playing with him, right or wrong. So that's why that's the question.
That's
so
true. That's
Danny
true.
Green, same thing. Like we booed him up out of there. Like we have the worst fan base to go along with playing with somebody that's arguably one of the greatest players ever. So it's kind of hard to deal with. I think as a shooter, you have little room for error.
That's an interesting take. Okay, now we have the greats.
Michael Jordan, Kobe, Wilt Chamberlain. No, there's no hesitation in that at all.
Oh, that's how you did it?
Yeah, Michael Jordan, Kobe, Wilt Chamberlain. Start, bench, cut. Yeah, Michael Jordan, Kobe, Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay.
I don't have Wilt high on my list.
Oh, okay.
He not one of those for me. I know he's that for a lot of people, but not for me. I like skilled players who compete at like an all-time high, and I feel like Jordan and Kobe were like
Who's your GOAT?
exceptional. Jordan.
Jordan's your GOAT?
Yeah, Jordan 100%.
What about LeBron now?
Nah. I got Jordan, Kobe, Bron. Yeah.
Oh, Kobe ahead of LeBron. Have you been a Laker fan your whole life?
Yeah.
That goes to our next question. You're from here, right?
Yep. Born and raised in LA.
What part?
I grew up in Watts, South Central, near Compton, where the Watts riots were.
Oh.
Yeah. Right in the heart of the Watts.
That's crazy.
Crazy as hell.
So I don't know much about you, honestly.
Okay.
So you are a basketball influencer, would you say? Or what would you say is your
I'm just going to call it an entrepreneur at this
Okay.
point. I ain't even going to lie to you. I try to do a lot of different things, but I feel like if you had to put a name on it, I would say basketball influencer is kind of the best bet. And then I still hoop on occasions, depending on what it is. I do a little bit of everything, to be honest.
You do Drew League, right?
Yep, still do Drew League, still do Big Three, Ice Cube's basketball league. I still do events with Ballers Life.
Because you went viral at the Drew League, right?
Correct.
Because I remember that. How long ago was that?
That was 2016.
I was going to say, I wasn't even living in LA then. I think I was in college.
Yeah, 2016.
And I remember that. That show was everywhere.
What'd you do?
Yeah. It depends on what time you ask. It was a bunch of different times, no bullshit.
You were just going crazy the whole summer, right?
Yeah, that whole summer I was going crazy, but it's because I had a 9 to 5. So like I'd have a 9 to 5, I'd work 6 days a week, and then on the Drew I'd play on Sundays, and I'd come kill whoever's on the court. Sometimes it was like NBA people on the court. So then it was like, damn, who this dude that's selling cell phones but killing dudes that's getting paid millions.
Where was you working at?
I was a manager at Verizon. Yeah, so I was good where I was at though. Like basketball just kept kind of pulling me back. So
You played in college?
yeah, I played in college a little bit. I actually played at 2 JUCOs and then a Division I and a Division II. So I ended up bouncing back because I was crazy as hell. I was ignorant as shit. So I had some growing to do.
You got in trouble?
I didn't get in trouble, but I was one of them players that didn't like I couldn't practice the way I played, if that makes sense. Like I'm a competitor. And like
You weren't locked in practice?
I just wasn't good at working out. Like everybody would beat me in everything and working out. Like so
You weren't competitive when it came to
like
that?
how I'ma compete if like this is what they do their whole life and I didn't do this my whole life. So when they coming in and shooting all these set shots that they not gonna make in a game, it's like, bro, I'm a gamer, like, trying to go hard, and I'm not good at going hard at drills. I'm not good at
That's true though. Like I used to hate when coaches be like, "You can't turn it on and off." I'm like, I fucking can. Like
100%.
if we playing the number 1 team or the number 2 team or whatever it was, I would turn that shit on. I'm like, I
100%.
feel way more excited. Like that's not a good thing, but that does happen. Like
that's what I'm saying. It was something I just couldn't control. I didn't know how to control it.
Yeah.
But like I figured out the more like I fell in love with like what I was doing, it made me have more fun on the court. And I feel like that's what I had to figure out when I was younger. But it humbled the shit out of me when they sent me home. I was newcomer of the year. I was playing with the homie Dame.
Damn.
Like I was doing a lot. So like it was just like, nah, they was like, we ain't dealing with you. So it kind of woke me up a little bit. I thanked the coach for it, to be honest. Like, I think like 6 years ago, I wrote him a letter and like thanked him for like helping me grow up.
what was the school?
Weber State University. Yeah.
So you were teammates with Dame Lillard?
Yeah.
How was that? Like
It was dope. It was dope to see somebody with the like exceptional work ethic, politically correct always, great teammate, played the right way.
Wow.
Just to see a pro
Yeah.
at that age.
You knew he was a pro then?
100%.
Oh, okay.
We had we actually had a game at Eastern Washington, and we was in the gym about to play, and I was making fun of his trainer and the head coach. I was like, bro, because at that time Rodney Stuckey made it out the league from Eastern Washington, and I was like, y'all gonna hang his jersey like that when he done? He a 10th grader, he a sophomore at this point. So I made that joke, and they was like, don't tell him that, you gonna pump his head up. I was like, bro, I know a pro when I see one, and slowly but surely, like, everybody was like, oh, damn, who is this? Who is this? And I'm just like, nah, bro. Like, you just tell, like, where the work ethic was going, the way he played, the numbers he was putting up. It was like, it was an easy call.
Where was Weber State?
It was in Ogden, Utah.
Damn.
Yeah,
was that crazy,
Is
like,
that where the
leaving LA?
Mormons-
Listen, bro.
Is that where the Mormons be at?
Utah, I love y'all, but I would never live there in a million years, man. I'd rather go back to the hood. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It was crazy. The snow, the slushy ice. Like, everybody was
Is there
like,
black people there?
It is, though. It's black people there.
I've heard there's
Damn.
no black people in Utah.
Nah, you got to go to Salt Lake. Salt Lake City is where it's like.
Oh, there's actually black people there?
Yeah, I was in like a really like chill part. Like, this was really like, I feel like it was like the old homes of like where I was at, like where the old people live. But Salt Lake was a little more of a
Senior
vibe.
citizen community?
Yeah, I swear, deadass.
I literally just think
That's
of
so
BYU
funny.
when I think of Utah. I just think of all the
Yeah, we
Mormon
played
people.
them. Yep, we played them.
Yeah. That shit's crazy.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you played like harder and you played up when the NBA players would come to the Drew? Because like obviously when the NBA players come, like the fans, like it's just a different atmosphere. Like you can't hide from that. That's the truth. So I feel like, I don't know, as a competitor, especially since you said you're a gamer, like when you see somebody that's making $20 million a year in front of you playing a game that you played as a kid, you're probably like, I'm about to go expose this man.
Nah, you wanna know the crazy shit?
I feel like that's how it be.
Nah, I always compete. I
Really?
don't care who on the court. That same mentality you just spoke about is what I have every time on the court. So like, I don't care who over there. It can be the least paid person ever or the best. Like, it don't matter. I'm going to compete. I love to compete.
Yeah.
So it ain't really about who's over there.
Right.
And I didn't watch basketball like that. So a lot of people, I didn't know them or know their games. Yeah, I didn't enjoy basketball. Like that ain't.
Damn.
It wasn't something that like I was like, oh yeah, I can't wait to put. I watch more basketball now than I ever did like in college. Like, I think it was only like two teams I watched in college. Kemba Walker's team and Steph Curry's team. And that's only because they played how I thought the game should have been played at that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really approach games like, oh yeah, I'm about to go kill him. Like, nah, I'm going to kill whoever's in front of me.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. So that's just a little mindset.
And
I
it just
had.
happened to be NBA players, and then so you went viral.
It was regular people too, but it just, you go viral
You
for
go
the
viral
NBA
when it's
players.
like,
You don't go viral for killing people you're supposed
That's
to
what
kill.
I'm saying. Like,
correct.
Everybody was going crazy because you were like killing like
Yeah.
real
Facts.
like people in the league. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Is there a certain NBA player that you would want to play against in the Drew League that you haven't gotten to yet?
Nah, I don't really have like a hit list. I feel like you had those.
You're next.
I feel like you got those when you
Matter of
like
fact,
growing
this
up.
summer,
Yeah,
crossing you off.
yeah. I feel like you had those when you growing up. I used to always tell people all the time I wanted to play against Pat Bev though when I was growing up because he's so tough and I
Yeah.
feel like he'd bring the best out of me. But we actually ended up playing together this year in an open run, and then he shouted me out on his podcast. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, it was
Wow,
actually
he
a
has a
dope.
podcast too?
Yeah, he does. Pat
What's it
Bev
called?
podcast.
Collab.
It's called Pat Bev Podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's fire.
Yeah. So yeah,
Collab.
shout out Pat Bev, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Pat, you'll love it here.
So yeah, so that was a dope to see him play, get to play along with him. Yeah, he said some nice things about me, so I appreciate that.
I feel like he would go crazy in the Drew.
I do too. I tried to get him on the team.
Like,
I
I
ain't
feel
even lying
like
to you.
he would go dumb. Like,
Yeah,
that
he
show
had a
would be
Drew turn.
Yeah, he
He had
would.
a Drew turn.
That show would be fun to watch. Do you feel like a lot of NBA players like run from open runs in the summer?
Yeah.
Because
I
I
feel
feel
like you got to protect your brand.
Yeah.
And then like you got to worry about being injured.
Yeah.
And then some people games, basketball situational.
Yeah.
So some people games, you can't just come
Don't translate.
Yeah, you can't just come to that rural environment and then, expect to excel, especially when you're going against other teams. Like I've turned down going to different states to play on, like people like offer me money, yo, come play here. We just want you to pull up. I don't really do it because I don't want to go nowhere without the people I like to play with.
Right.
And then I don't know who you putting me up against.
Right.
So at the end of the day, like you could be setting me up just to say like, oh, like all
Yeah,
that matters.
yeah.
All that matters because you're a brand at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And they're a brand at the end of the day. And you don't ever want to tarnish that over, trying to get some run in. You get some run
Right.
in anywhere. So I just, to be honest, I think it's smart that they just kind of sit it out.
Yeah.
Work on their game, get better. And then, the money they making, just, prepare for what you need to worry about. Like playing pickup versus somebody who's trying to make a name off
Exactly.
you.
I feel like that's the problem. Like,
it is.
But I did appreciate like the Seattle runs. Like that was so
Yeah,
fire to me.
it
Like
was.
like seeing like all those like top guys come out for like the runs in Seattle. Like that was fire.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy too. Like that was
It
not no
was.
joke. Like
Nah, it wasn't. It was a good vibe, man.
Yeah.
Like the culture needs stuff like that.
Yeah.
It showed that we not Hollywood.
Right.
And like it's kids. That's why I'm 34.
yeah.
Like it's kids to this day that still want to watch me play, and I don't want to ever be like, nah, I ain't playing.
Right.
Or I don't feel like it because I'm where I am now. Like nah, like I still want to go be able to have a good time. So I just pick up better people so they can carry the load, so I don't have to carry so much. So that kind of just worked for me.
Yeah. That's
It's a lot of celebrities that also play in the leagues and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a big difference between the attitudes of the actual basketball players and the celebrities? Like, are they just doing it for fun, or are they just as competitive? And is there anyone that's like actually good, do you think?
There's a few good people, but they compete. Like Chuck compete, Game, he compete.
He
Chris
big.
Game.
Brown.
He's big.
I've
as
never
hell.
seen him play before.
He was on my.
Speaking
I
of
was
Game,
on his team for a hell of a
You need to
while.
pull up.
He is the number one. He's the number
He's
one
the number one capper in
about
the
this
world,
podcast.
bro. Us three were supposed to start a podcast together.
He gassed us up.
We had
to
a
start
name.
this.
Damn,
we
I
had
done
a name.
started some shit.
We
My
had-
bad, Chuck. Bro. My bad, bro.
No, we had a name. We had guests.
We had a whole meeting.
We
for
had a
3
whole
hours
meeting of this for
about
3
this.
hours.
My bad, man.
He's the biggest capper that's supposed to come
And
in
I
here.
know-
And
Anyways,
And I know you're gonna watch this, so pull up.
anyways, we getting back to
Anyways.
the celeb homie Dakin Hoop, NLE Chopper, Chris Brown,
Okay.
Chris Brown's very good.
Party, like
Who do you think's the best one though?
Party.
Out
who-
of every-
party next door. Or
Fontana.
party. Oh, party. That guy.
Oh,
why you say all like that?
because
I
I
was
didn't
just
know Party
confused.
Next Door hoop.
Yeah.
I was about to
We
say
didn't say
it.
next door.
No, I know. That's why I said
Party
oh.
with the D.
Oh, he
Right?
hooped too.
No, I'm
No,
saying.
I don't see. I can't see that.
Anyways, what was saying?
happening. Which one?
Y'all go right on topic so fast, yo.
How old is NLE Choppa?
He a kid. He probably
Like
like
20?
20. Yeah.
Damn.
He young.
Wait, so no, I was saying like which one do you think is the best one?
Oh, out of all of them,
Mm-hmm.
it depends on. I don't label people as the best one because like it depends on what team you on.
Yeah.
Like if you on like a team where you could just go off, like I feel like any of them could be the best
True.
one. But if you're on a good team where you got to play the right way, I don't know who I'd take. I mean, it's hard. Like I think Chuck has proved because I won a championship with him and Drew. Like it's people who don't
Oh,
have.
for real?
Yeah, we won a championship and it's people who don't even have those. So I would go with Chuck. Like he could throw lobs, he can run a team, he can lead a team, he can shoot. Like it's just how
Yeah.
it just worked out.
Yeah.
I also won a championship with Chris Brown in the crew league.
I was gonna say, do you play in the
Yeah.
Forgot about Crew League.
I
Me
played in the
too.
crew league. Yeah.
Are they doing that again?
So they do it every year. They do it. I think it's once a year. Once a year. They did it in ATL last year.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Because I know it was in LA like 2 years ago. Was that or
Yeah.
whenever that was? Because I went.
I feel like game playing in the Drew League would be like in what's the movie with Michael Jordan?
Like
Space
Mike?
Jam.
Oh.
Space Jam, where they have the Monstars. He would be on that team. He would be
Sick as hell.
just big.
I'm
Nah,
fucking
facts.
weak.
Nah, if I had to choose, I would choose Game just because he held it down in the Drew. That's the hardest program to play in for the last at least 10 years.
Yeah,
So, yeah, if I had to choose.
bro. You know who's so funny playing? Lil Baby. Bro,
Aw.
bro.
Oh, you know who I heard's really good? Who looks really good?
Who?
Lil Durk. Lil Durk.
Really?
What?
He's
Did he
kinda
play in the
tall.
crew or no?
Man, nah, I don't think he played. But I know he got probably one of the purest jumpers I've seen
No
from
way.
a rapper.
Wow.
You got to look it up. Look it up
I'm
after
gonna
this.
look it up.
He looked like he got just plenty of game.
Is he short or tall?
He's short.
I've never seen him in person.
Yeah, he's shorter. I feel like all the rappers are short.
I
He's
don't
not
know.
as short as
He
Lil
looked like a
Baby.
hooper though. I'll tell you that.
For real?
Yeah, he looked like a hooper.
Low point guard. Shit. Do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Lil Baby did Crew League, right? I
Did
definitely
he?
said-
Bro, it was something. And so, when he was stretching on the
Probably.
sidelines, bitch, I lost it.
Oh
bitch.
yeah, that was the cool.
I lost
That's
it.
the one with Kevin Gates was in it too, right? I
think
it was
so.
the same one. Yeah. I think it was
There
the
was
same one.
hella
many
memes about
of
that.
It's so funny. I feel like Lil Baby, like I don't know him personally, but like
Me
his
either.
vibe is just so like funny.
He
Like,
is
seems
funny.
hilarious.
Like when he was in Paris and everybody was like, Lil Baby. And he's just like,
No, yeah, his actions.
he's
be
just
funny
looking
as
around
hell.
like,
He really get memed all the time because his actions are just funny. Like when he was walking out of that thing with James Harden.
Oh yeah.
That shit was priceless. Yo, I was sitting here like, nah, he really acting like he ain't him. That shit was funny.
Who they here for? He looked around like, who they here for? Me?
That shit was funny as hell.
That is funny. Okay, so what's your all-time starting five? Do you have one?
For basketball players?
Yeah.
Yep. I would go. I go Steph Curry at the 1, Michael Jordan at the 2, Kobe Bryant at the 3, Shaq at the 5, and Tim Duncan at the 4. Yeah.
Normally people don't put Kobe and Michael Jordan like at 2 and 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him at 2 and 3 just because I want Steph on the ball, and I feel like the post ups that MJ and Kobe gonna get, if they decide to kick one to Steph, like how you gonna help that? Yeah,
That's actually a very good one.
and they both compete defensively. Kobe and Jordan, I don't gotta worry about like nobody blowing by them and nothing like that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you do YouTube at all?
I do, but I don't.
I feel like I don't even know nothing about basketball, but the way you're like logically thinking about everything, I feel like you would do really good on like YouTube like reactions. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
no.
watching plays and watching games and like
Yeah.
breaking shit down. I feel like people would watch that a lot because I feel
That's-
like I don't even know what you're talking about, but you're talking about it very well.
That's funny.
even
you
know who
said-
those people
no,
are.
That's funny. You
Michael
said
Jordan,
that.
never heard of him.
I don't know what the 2, the 4, the 3. I don't know what that is. But
The crazy
sounds
part,
cool.
no, the crazy part is you said that because I did commentating for a little bit for Baller's Life, and everybody started to say the same thing, like, "Oh, damn, like we could listen to you talk about basketball," and I actually didn't know like I talked about basketball a certain way until people started to point it out. So I was actually getting paid to like basically commentate games for a little
Shit,
bit.
maybe you should be on freaking a real commentator.
Who knows?
Like
Who
a
knows?
colorist, or were you the colorist? Like, were you the person that was like, oh, that was a good pass. They should have done that.
Nah, I was like just like this. I had a headphone, I had a
Oh.
mic, and we watching people play, and I'm live commentating live basketball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like it was like full on, just basically what I thought, how I felt, what I wanted to see, things like that on the fly while you're watching somebody play.
Yeah.
It actually turned out pretty dope, to be honest. But that actually propelled me into Baller's Life starting my own podcast with me that we ain't put out yet. But
For real?
yeah, we already shot an episode. We just gonna bank a few.
You would be good at that.
No, that's gonna be very good. I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so listen, basketball brought a lot of opportunities, so
Yeah.
I'm just grateful for them all, and then we just gonna see where it keep taking me.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Let's get into something that we talked about off camera.
Okay.
Oh yeah, please.
Because I'm in shock. Okay, so you've been married for how long? What age did you get married?
26. I've been married for 7 years.
And you were, how long you
Together,
guys been
14.
together? 14 years.
Yeah.
You're 26 right now. No, you're 34.
No, he got
34,
married.
I got
You
married.
got married at 26. I was like, wait, hold on.
That's a long time to be with
It'll
someone.
be 8 it'll be 8 years next month. So
Wow.
yeah.
That's crazy.
So we asked him, like, what did you say? What would your advice be on staying together and having trust or something like that?
No, we were gonna do a game that was like you pick like which, like, say, I don't know, Kim Kardashian versus Khloe Kardashian, and we were gonna do that type of game. But then I was like, no, that's disrespectful. He's married, and then he was like, and I was like, oh, you guys must have a good trust relationship. And then what did you say?
I said no, we don't really like believe in trust. Like that's not something we believe in.
Please elaborate on
Yeah,
this.
what do you mean by that? You don't believe in trust?
I feel like it's a facade that people throw over a relationship. I feel like people throw that over a relationship to kind of be like, this is what it should be like. You don't know what anything should be like. Whatever two people decide their relationship is what it is. If you look in on a relationship and you don't like that relationship, but that relationship works well, how do you feel about it? You like, I wouldn't do that, but they blossoming.
Right.
So like it's like you can't just blanket something like with a word. Some of these are just experiences.
Yeah.
And I don't care what nobody says, who you are. At one point in time, you're gonna be like, damn, that motherfucker look good. Or like you're gonna feel a type of way from an experience you had with somebody. At that point, like sometimes you ain't gonna go and tell your significant other, look, ooh, this person was fine as hell today. Like, you ain't gonna do that. So off the rip, what is that? You breaking trust if you don't tell them you felt the type of way about something. Like we don't even get into like the fine combing of like the word in a sense. We kind of we live and experience and grow as people. So I feel like when you focused on that, you're not worried about oh, do I gotta trust you to go outside today? Do I gotta trust you with your Instagram today? Like, that's just dumb shit people fight over, to be honest. And I feel like I just feel like that's the main cause of like relationships being hard. And today everybody are so fucked up with the illusions of the options you have. Yeah. Like, both of y'all probably got plenty of people in y'all DMs telling y'all how they'll treat y'all, and then once they got y'all, how they treat y'all. See what I mean? So it's like anybody can get you to trust them. That's not hard.
Why would you say that?
Am I wrong? I don't know. I don't even know what y'all DMs look like. But am I wrong? 100% I am not.
No, that is very true.
That's just what people have.
I actually, the other day at the nail salon, I literally heard this old lady talking, and she was like, my son, he has, or his girlfriend is a popular actress, and she has so many options of guys wanting her.
See what I mean?
And she's like, but my son's just a little humble guy. But she said, it doesn't matter how many people want you. It matters
who you want.
No.
Yeah.
It matters who treats you right.
Oh.
And I'm like, that is so true. I was
1,000%.
like, you know what, lady? I'm like, yeah.
But also who you want.
It could be a million people that are trying to pursue me, and okay, that's great. That means, but none of them, all of them could be looking at me just like, I just want to fuck her, or
like
I just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they could tell me, each one of those people could tell me, I want to wife you up, I want to treat you this way, I want to do this, this, and this for you. And like you said, as soon as I give them the time of day, or as soon as I, have sex with them, or whatever it may be, they might completely change up, So I feel like you got to base it off of not only who are you necessarily have lust for, or who you attracted to, or who you think is cool and popular. Needs to be who is showing you with their actions that they actually value you, which is something that's hard to learn growing up as a woman, because you want to go for the guy that's the coolest guy and the most popular guy and the most attractive guy, but at the end of the day, it has to be someone who respects you.
Yeah, but it's also like you saying that means that you both have security within yourself. Like, you know what I mean? 100%. So it's like that comes within yourself. If you don't have security within yourself, and you're so worried about who you're dating and who might like them and who might want them and who's doing this, and like you're letting other people get into your business. Like, what if you go out and someone goes back to her and be like, well, I saw Frank doing this and this and this. You know what I'm saying? She could be like, I don't care what you're talking about right now. You know what I'm saying? People she could do the other.
People do that all the time.
Of course they do.
Because
people know who you are. So it's like, I saw him doing this. Like, girl, I wouldn't be okay with that. Are you okay with that? Why are you okay with that? Like, projecting your insecurities onto someone else's relationship when you could just mind your business. Yeah. It's really free to mind your business. So I suggest everybody should do that.
You know what I learned in that, though? I love that you said that. That's a great topic. You know what I learned in that? Mm-hmm. The people who aren't minding their business are the people who are getting cheated on and can't control it.
Yeah.
It's the people that are miserable and they don't know how to control what they're going through. Mm-hmm. So they're like, I can control my situation. Let me try to control somebody else's.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of people lash out that way because misery loves company.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, like, they want other people to be miserable with them so they can band together and enjoy something together.
Yeah. They're like, that doesn't work. How does that work for you guys? That doesn't work for me.
Yeah. It's too good to be true.
Yeah.
If you guys are happy with each other and you have a stable relationship, not possible. It can't work.
Yep.
And like you said, people think of a stable and good relationship as a certain thing, and what really matters is like what you said. Y'all two know this is what I'm comfortable and this is what I'm comfortable with, and y'all respect each other's boundaries and wishes, and I feel like that's all.
And I feel like people don't do that no more though. Like, if you sit down with a person and really like talk to them, you can tell who's really interested and who's not.
Yeah.
And if I say like, yo, communication is huge.
Yeah.
Like, you have to communicate in any relationship. And if you say like, I feel like nowadays people get mad more than they communicate.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't like something, say what you don't like.
Exactly.
Don't be so caught up in your emotions and feelings that you can't project what's really bothering you.
Yeah.
And I call it an underlying issue. So anytime there's something that's bothering me and I don't say it how I want to say it, it's something deeper than that.
Yeah.
That needs to be said. I'm just not comfortable enough to say it.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're not comfortable enough to speak your truth and really tell somebody how you feel, you shouldn't be dealing with that person. I mean, they're not for you.
I'm so like...
Or you need to work on yourself and figure out your emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
That part.
The next question was, do you think that men like women who are like mysterious and you have to chase them, or women who just say what they're feeling up front? And I'm like, Kelly wrote this question, but I just read it and I'm like, that's like, I'm literally both of those things. Like, I try to be so cool. Not try to be cool, I just am cool. But then also,
we all try to be cool.
As soon as I like someone, I say it immediately, and I say everything. I know.
You can't listen.
I say it right away.
As a man, you can't do it. You're gonna scare people off. And I'm saying that, I know as women, y'all want to be able to be open. Like, I like you. I want to be with, like, that's cool, but that shit come on as strong sometimes.
Yeah.
You honestly really just have to, I feel like you have to have conversations. That's all it is. People will tell you through their answers exactly what you want to know. And then if somebody's not sincere, like I'm an empath.
Me too.
I can tell if someone's not sincere. Like you're not just gonna bullshit me.
Yeah.
So like I feel like you should be able to gauge what they're saying and feel what they're saying, and then it's like, yeah, you didn't really mean that. You just saying that to kind of put a buffer over what I'm talking about.
100%. No,
so,
I know that with men, especially because I feel like men do that a lot to try to.
Oh, we
they're embarrassed
so fast.
or they're embarrassed, like
Yeah.
of what I just said. If I said something critical towards them, they'll come back immediately with something just because I know they're embarrassed. But they're hearing it, but they just are embarrassed.
So is your delivery bad then? Is the real
I wouldn't
question.
say bad, but I'm just like, okay, yeah, it probably hurts people's feelings.
Straightforward.
Yeah,
nah,
but
you can't be that. You gotta kind of.
That's just my personality.
No, so if you wanna, I'm not saying you don't have anybody or nothing, but I'm saying if you wanna find something like real, you honestly have to like sugarcoat a lot of shit. I know it sucks. No,
because
listen.
I've had situations where
you sugarcoated it, it didn't work.
Where I don't sugarcoat it,
yeah.
And there's guys who are the same way, and we match perfectly with that, and they do the same thing. So I'm like, I just believe in being how I am. Obviously, not purposely trying to hurt anyone's feelings, but if I want to say something, I'm going to say it how it is. And if they don't like how I am or how I talk, no.
See what I mean? It should.
I'm not saying I want to be in a relationship.
No, I'm not saying that either. But I'm saying like a woman of your stature, and I feel like you shouldn't have a problem being in a relationship. You gotta. I feel like as human beings, we don't get out of our own self sometimes. I hear it in your voice. You don't want to get out of your own self. You gotta get out of that. Like,
he's like, I'm gonna be who I am until I'm 80, and if you don't like me, you don't like me.
No, but I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I can't find a boyfriend because
I didn't say that either. That's easy. That's easy to do.
There's people who
want to date you 100%.
Yeah, are fine with how I talk, but I'm like, there's some people who aren't, and I don't like those people. You know what I mean?
I get
but
that.
Of course, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Delivery.
Like, if I like a guy and I'm trying to communicate something to him, I'll try to say it in a way. If I care about him and I respect him, of course I'll say it in a way
what I'm getting
that's not going to completely disrespect him. You know what I mean? I definitely am not just like a complete bitch.
So you just talking about the people that you don't really mess with like that.
Yeah. The ones
that's fine. Oh yeah, you say whatever the hell you want to say to them.
I do that too.
I just thought you did that to somebody you cared about. I'm like, wait a minute, that's scandalous. Like, hold on, you got to sugarcoat some shit.
I'm talking about this is our first date, this is our second date.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just being honest about how I feel. Like people
That's
that
fair.
I don't know well, I honestly just I don't really care. But once I care about you, I'm kind.
Once I care, I'm kind. It's crazy. Who I am as a person.
What sign are you?
I'm an Aquarius. Yeah. So
I always need to ask people that. I feel like there's always a point in every episode where I'm like, this person is reminding me of something. I need to ask what their sign is. I was gonna say, who do you think cheats more, men or women?
Men. I had a friend tell me recently, ain't nothing better than new pussy.
And I hear that all the time, and it makes me sick to my stomach.
It does, but to be honest, like, I'm not saying I believe in that. I'm just saying, like, I go back to experiences. I go back to there's things you experience that, you know, you got to choose after that. You experience something and then you choose. But, yeah, I just think just men, just because of how we move.
Wait, who were we talking to that one time, Rudy? And he was like, I don't agree with that saying. Like, I believe there's nothing better than home pussy. Remember? We were in the car, and he was like, there's nothing better than, like, fucking with your, like, the girl that you love, the woman that you love. Like, there's nothing better than, like,
I feel like there's
something
nothing better than the act of that. Yes, because you get to be vulnerable, you get to be passionate, you get to love, you get to do everything that, like, you love to do.
Yeah.
I feel like in-house pussy the hardest pussy to get, to be honest.
In-house.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Whether you like it or not, in-house pussy the hardest pussy to get. I'm gonna tell you why. This is the difference. Let me finish. If it's a dude saying, I'm about to come over, you know, before y'all don't live together, what you gonna do before he get there?
Get ready.
Boom.
If I want
I don't want to hear that. If you like him, you're gonna get ready every time. If you like him, you're going to get ready every time.
If I'm dating him.
Regardless, y'all don't live together and you like him. I don't care dating or not. You're going to get ready. Regardless. Now, if you live with somebody, what you going to do? Send a text, I'm coming upstairs. It's not realistic. Yeah. So at that point, you don't get to feel your sexy, like as a woman.
I'll be there in 5.
Yeah, like as a woman, you don't get to feel your sexiest self.
That's true.
Like you could try to, like, if your husband or somebody hits you, if somebody hits you and be like, yo, I'm trying to get it, or your wife or your girlfriend, like, yeah, I'm trying to get it in real quick. You just gonna get it in, whatever the hell she look like. So it's like,
I get
that ain't the moment, like, getting ready to, like, get shit rolling. You know, like, I'm coming over to get shit cracking. Yeah. That's a different type of feel. But if I say, like...
But it's like, okay, what if he's at work all day and you're like, I'm ready. And he comes home and you know what I mean?
That's fair too. But
like again, that you can still spice it up in that way.
100%.
Like, you just have to put effort and you both have to just
That's my thing, effort. And if two people are working their asses off, that effort kind of toggles and fades a little bit. It ain't like, oh, let's get ready for the sex session because you know he coming over.
We're penciling it in.
He coming up. Yeah, like Thursday. That's what I'm saying. And like relationships, you have to do that sometimes because you got kids, you got jobs, you got events. Sometimes you gotta be like, man, this is the time I got. What we doing? Yeah. So you gotta figure it out, opposed to being like, I'm about to come over. Yeah. At least like most people stay 20, 30 minutes away. 20, 30 minutes is enough time to shade that cat. So if I'm being honest, like it's just a different type of thing. Like it just is. So it's I think personally like it's a little harder in house if y'all live together and you don't have time to really be beautiful.
That's good insight. I love to hear things from people who've been in a relationship for a long time, so I can mentally prepare for stuff.
I mean, it's different for everybody. It's different for everybody. So I mean, you might have a dude that don't give a damn. As soon as you walk in the door, drop him. So you never know. I'm just saying in general. I just feel like when you two busy people. It ain't that much time to, kind of figure things out like that. Unless you spend like abundance of time together all throughout the day. Then it's like, oh, we can get shit rolling at any point because we just love each other. But like,
you can go to the bathroom real quick. Yeah. You can do it in the car. You got to get creative.
Yeah. And then it also depends on sex drive. Like who has a higher one, who has a lower one. Like finding their happy medium. Like all that shit plays a part when you're dealing with like, relationships like that.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Life.
All right. I think
what are we going to do with it?
I think we need to wrap up the episode now.
Okay.
You going to do the outro, Kels?
Oh. I thought we both do it.
And then we promise.
Okay.
We forgot how to film this.
Okay, guys. We'll see you guys on the next episode. And as always, we promise you'll love it here.
You got to do a heart.
Oh, we doing a heart?